All right, we are back. We're going to jump right into this recruitment stages. Barrett Williams, still pursuing him lightly. Nothing really much from the running backs, and obviously we're still trying to go after Nick Webb. Doubt we're going to be able to, but there's some other guys who we are in a battle with and have a possibility of getting them. See, we have that tackle, and we recruited a couple weeks ago, I believe, and that's going to be a big piece. With a 4-star, so big piece right there. Guard we're winning out on. We're gonna get a big overhaul to our offensive line. Not big, but decent enough. D-line's really not looking like our major pursuit. But we're going after some linebackers. Chase Johnson is a huge recruit who we need to reel in. I believe we're losing a middle linebacker, so to bring in a young, talented middle linebacker, that's huge. And also upgrading the secondary. I say this every week with our recruits, but this is what's going to help us become a top team, an elite team, because you look at the teams in our division, Clemson, and all the teams in the ACC in general, they're very talented. They bring in the big guys, and we got to be able to do that, and that's why we're going after these athletes too. 4 to 5 stars usually. Not going to go after this JUCO really that much, but we have a chance to get some 5 stars, and we're definitely going to make the most of it. Here we see we're taking on New Mexico State. Looking at the roster, it's not a great team. I think I forgot to put in their record. I'm not sure. But they do not have that great of a team, and we have to win this game. I say this every week. I want that game back against USC, but you know what? We're 7-1, chance to go 8-1, and really take ownership of the ACC. As we are doing right now. We're still going to have to come up huge in our next couple games that we have divisional rivals if we want to make it to ACC Championship and have a chance to make a statement there to get us a ticket to the National Championship. But that comes first from winning every week. So out in New Mexico, I mean, what a place to play, right? Kind of far from where Boston is, but I don't know why it's a little laggy. I don't know why. But here we see we get off to a really good start, good field position. A.J. Brown has been very, very good for us this year. And here's a nice run from A.J. Dillon. Did I say A.J. Brown? I think it's Anthony Brown, right? Man, I don't know why I messed that up. I haven't done or recorded or played any NCAA in a couple weeks, I think. I'd say a week or two. I haven't played in I'd say 2 or 3 weeks. But here we see we're driving. Chance to take an early lead. I did run a conservative. Funny background. I was getting ready to head to a practice, so I had to hurry this game up. So I did run a conservative, but also just to take ownership, because you don't want, if you go quick drives and they somehow find a way to score on your defense, I don't want it to be a long game. I want to make sure that we give them a limited time with the ball and that we're able to, capitalize on every chance we have on our possessions offensively. Here's a great stop. Defense really did step up this game against not a talented New Mexico State team. I don't know what is up with the lag. When I recorded this, everything was perfectly fine, and even when I was editing it, I didn't notice any lag. I'm sorry. I won't. You know what? I'll break. There's a nice catch, though, right there from Tommy Sweeney, I believe, and A.J. Dillon yet again pounds it in. He's just our guy. I'll bring it up right now. Another thing on the goal line, we don't do slants, and I hope I don't contradict that in future games. We don't do slants, especially after what I saw Aaron Rodgers do the other night. Thursday Night Football, if anyone watched that game. Interception with 10 seconds left. That's the Pete Carroll special. Don't do it. Just pound it in. Anyways, I was going to say that I hope that my new series, I'll give it a mention. So if you get rewarded, any of you who watch it, and there is a beastly run by A.J. Dillon. That's a record setter as well. He just broke through like 3 to 4 tackles or something. No big deal. I mean, this guy's a tank. He's a tank. He's got to be the Heisman winner. I don't know how you could possibly give it to someone else. Look at this, bro. He was beasting and feasting. Dropping back a dime from Brown, and you get in the end zone. Another big touchdown. Jeff Smith, not our usual target, but gets the job done. Yeah, so the new series, sorry to any of the fans of the Spencer James series. I really don't think that's going to work. I screwed up the recording for the second and third game, and I don't feel like going back and starting a new one over. So I think I'm just going to cut it, the series, and I don't know, maybe I'll bring it back. If they do a season 2 of All-American, maybe. Here's an attempt for a dime that should have been intercepted. I mean, I don't know how he missed that. But the series that we will be starting is on the new NHL 20. We will be taking ownership of the Minnesota Wild. So if you watch this video, you get a little bit of a there's Anthony Brown throwing into like quadruple coverage. What he was thinking. I think they fumbled that right there. After I think, I don't even know. They recovered it though. But yeah, it's a Minnesota Wild GM mode. I felt attracted to that team because, like, if you just think about it, that's the state of hockey. Minnesota, and them to not have won a cup. Actually, no, they didn't. They did not. Because Dallas, Dallas, as soon as they moved from the North Stars to Dallas, they won a cup. It's just been a tragic history for the Wild. Here we're just pounding in with A.J. Dillon yet again. It's been a tragic history, so we're going to try changing that in my new series. But back to college football. It's funny, while I'm recording this, or prior to recording this, I found out that Boston College lost to Wake Forest. Not great. I mean, this is not... Actually, this is funny enough. This is, if you haven't noticed, actually, this is the rosters. If we get an interception right there, these are the rosters from last year. So from the year Clemson Tigers won the national championship. Not saying that they won't do it again after they survived the scary against North Carolina. Here's a great throw, wide open receiver. But yeah, these are from last year. So, I mean, technically, just different rosters, but still, I mean, Boston College, if they want to make any splashes, they got to, in real life, they have to beat the teams, and in this game, they have to beat the teams that are in their division, and the teams they should beat. And I think they're more talented and skilled than Wake Forest, in my opinion. No, I think when we played Wake Forest in this, we barely survived them because of that option, funky offense they had. So, kind of take it back. Nice throw, though. Anthony Brown right here, and we are just running it up on them. Yeah, but here we get the ball. You might think I'm a jerk right here. I should have probably nailed it. I did this on purpose. I know they're not going to be as bad, but when you get to, it's a 1 minute pressure. You know, you want to test your ability to have to drive in under a minute or whatever it may be. So I figured this is perfect practice. We might need to do this in a big-time game. Why not be able to, to practice it in a meaningless game? I mean, a game that we've already won as well. Why not just practice it, see how it goes, and just try to get used to it? Because I don't want to get to a game later in the season or a playoff game, and we're like, I know you practice this stuff in practice, but it's a different feel in the game. I don't want to be going through that for the first time, really. So I figured, let's just get it done here. If we score, we score. I don't really care. I just want to get down the field, see how quickly and well we move the ball under pressure. So it's a little bit of a Sean Avery coaching move right there. It's a little bit of practice in game, right? So, yeah. But I do have to say, as we're going to look, another nice throw. I was about to comment on Anthony Brown's performance. Remember, week 1, week 2, week 3, we were questioning his longevity, if that's the word, here at Boston College, and I think he's proven us wrong. He looks like our starter. And, yeah, A.J. Dillon. I mean, if that works against a good team, we're in good shape. Hope it does. But I think Anthony Brown has proven that he is a solid quarterback when we give him the time and we use him the right way. Short passes, you can't be going deep with him, and it doesn't really work. Only 212 yards, he did a pick, but you know what? Usually the picks are usually my fault. So take a little bit of the blame. A.J. Dillon, 200 yards. I mean, that's big. But 11 pancakes from our center. That's just, That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. Not that many tackles from us because they really didn't complete that many plays. So here we look at, comparison. They only had 45 passing yards. I mean, we did a really great job on defense, but when you think about it, it's not that much of an accomplishment. Because, think about it. We're playing a crappy team. Here you see the update on our recruits. We do get a wide receiver, Chris Fuller, adding to our depth. But also, Barrett Williams is not a bad quarterback to bring in, considering we can even want him. So that's a good piece to add to the mix. I mean, we're going to have a lot of quarterbacks in competition. But I think Anthony Brown will be our guy, as I've mentioned a million times. I think he'll be able to control this team for the future. But here we're taking a look at our rankings. Currently, we are ranked number 6 in the nation. I mean, that's very good. Very good for the talent we have on this team compared to the other elite quote-unquote schools. But yeah, very, very good for us to be up that high. But we still have a long season ahead of us as we are entering a huge game against NC State next week. That's huge. That's our season right there. But we're going to take a look at the Heisman Watch as well. And by no one's surprise, A.J. Dillon leading the pack in the Heisman race. And rightfully so, too. And look at our conference standings. Obviously, we're in first place. No losses in conference, but we still do have a couple more conference games coming up. So, gotta make sure we don't choke them. And I'm just going to look at our schedule as well. I mean, you got Syracuse, you got Maryland, not great teams other than NC State, but we're still going to have to show up. We're still going to have to show up week in, week out if we want to have a chance to go to the national championship and nonetheless the ACC championship. No surprises here in the rushing leaders, 600-yard advantage. Sweeney's getting up there for receiving. Tackles, our boy Harris. Zach Allen with 9 sacks. And we will see you next week as we take on NC State.